His team that were assembled, that have been mentioned and will be mentioned again, work with all of us. And boy, do we spend so many days down here, week after week, morning after morning, meeting with the press, talking with people who are providing, thanking the volunteers from Dundalk and Turner Station who brought food over in those early weeks, and believing that if we just stuck together, we would find our way forward. I can't underscore enough the impact that those two communities, Dundalk and Turner Station, felt as a result of this. I see Johnny Ray Sailing and Rick Metzger here. They were here when many of us got here, Governor, that morning, after having spoken with the President, as he did with you and with Mayor Scott and others, promising that this would be taken care of, and there would, in fact, be a new bridge. I'm going to, if I might, be deliberately redundant and underscore the name of Senator Ben Cardin, who worked tirelessly with Chris Van Hollen and all of us on the House side, Steny, Dutch Ruppersberger in his absence, to put together sort of congressional effort both in the House of Representatives and in the Senate that could, in fact, win. You know, we're a small state with a small delegation, but when we are determined, we always win. Ben, thank you, and thank you for being here. And thank you, Steny. There's so many small businesses that are going to be... so many small businesses that are going to be meeting later today. That impact cannot be underscored enough. The truckers, the people who carried the food, the international longshoremen, Local 33, Scott Cowan, and all those men and women that we met with on the docks day after day after day to try to figure out how commerce would start up again. Gwen Williamson and all the many people who've worked 20 and 30 years at the port, none of whom knew what was going to happen. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the Coast Guard, the Army Corps of Engineers, Colonel Pinchason in her absence, for all that she did to hold us together and to help us through that period. Mayor Scott, to his credit, put so much into this effort to keep the city of Baltimore and the county of Baltimore lockstep. He and Johnny O at the time were here every day doing that. This bridge connected two different communities. And having grown up here as a child, remembering what it was like when there was nothing in the water but water, I can't begin to tell you the amount of pride that people took in 1971 when there was a decision to build this bridge. It was an argument whether it should be a bridge or a tunnel. It ended up being the bridge, and we, since that time, looked at it as a great arching steel cathedral over these two communities that meant hope, that meant transportation, that meant access. And people grew up here every day after that, watching the sun kiss the steel beams because it went up so high, believing that it was their cathedral and would be there forever. So we all obviously mourn the loss of the bridge and what it meant. But what it means today is that hope is anew. It means that when you do stay together and work together, you stay together, you win together. And it means soon, and very soon, we will have the continuation of this story. Because that day when we met here, it was just like this, cold, windy, but overcast. Today is cold and windy, but the sun is out. And the sun is a great reminder of the bright things that are before all of us as we stay together as two communities. God bless you, and thank all of you for all you've done to get us to this point.
Ladies and gentlemen, Congressman Johnny Olszewski.
Good morning. Whether you lived here before, you live here now, you work here, welcome to our home. Along with so many others, I had the privilege of growing up and living today in the shadow of this bridge. We fished under it. We celebrated getting our driver's license by driving over the bridge. We had murals of it in our bars. We put it on our sports uniforms. It was our cathedral in the sky. It's part of who I am. It's part of who this community is. And 1 year ago, we lost an iconic symbol of connection. One that not only connected us, but supported the livelihood of countless residents, our dock workers, truck drivers, small business owners, and more. It's difficult to fully explain the absence of the Francis Scott Key Bridge to anyone not from here. But in that moment and in that experience, we were reminded that we were connected in ways that can never be broken by disaster. We were connected immediately to the families of those brave men who were serving us.